If you have a key employee you can't afford to lose, you have two options. Give them equity or give them something close enough to equity that they stay. Equity is expensive, and equity dilutes you. Equity creates a fiduciary, a vote, sometimes a future buyout obligation. Most small business owners want to avoid the equity conversation, if they can. There's a category of retention plans most owners have never been pitched, because they don't generate headlines the way ESOPs and stock options do. But they work, and they're funded with insurance, and they're built into the tax code. I'm Micah Brown. I'm insurance licensed in Michigan. Today I'm going to walk through executive bonus plans, sometimes called Section 162 plans after the relevant section of the Internal Revenue Code, the four common designs, and the tax mechanics in plain English. So what is a Section 162 plan? Well, a Section 162 executive bonus plan is a way for a business to pay for a permanent life insurance policy owned by the key employee. The mechanics are simple. The business pays a bonus to the employee. The bonus equals the insurance premiums. The employee uses the bonus to pay the premium on a policy they own. The employee owns a policy. The cash value belongs to the employee. The death benefit is paid to the employee's beneficiaries. The premium is paid by the business. The business gets a tax deduction for the bonus, just like it would any other compensation. The employee picks up the bonus as taxable income, just like a regular bonus. There's no special tax treatment of the bonus itself. What makes the plan retention grade is what happens after. The policy builds cash value the employee can access, the death benefit protects the employee's family, and the employee has a meaningful asset tied to staying with the company. So why would this make employees stay? The retention pool isn't magic. It's that the policy creates a tangible growing asset directly tied to continued employment. If the employee leaves, the business stops paying the premium. The employee can keep the policy and pay for it themselves, but the value of the bonus disappears the day they walk out. For a senior employee, late 30s through 50s, the bonus funding a permanent policy builds significant cash value over time if structured correctly. Walking away from 10 years of company paid premiums is a real decision. It's not stock, it's not voting equity. It doesn't dilute the owner, but has a similar emotional and financial pull as a long-term incentive compensation. There's a couple designs we're going to talk about now. Design 1 is a single bonus. It's the simplest design. The business pays the premium amount as a bonus. The employee takes the bonus, pays the income tax, and uses what's left plus their own money to pay the premium. Here's an example we're going to run through on a couple of them. A premium of $20,000. The business is going to pay a $20,000 bonus to the employee. They're going to receive the $20,000, owe the income tax. Then they're going to have to come up with a difference to fully fund the policy. Simple, clean, and the employee is partially out of pocket. Works for higher earners who can absorb the tax. It's going to be less attractive for mid-level employees who are going to feel the tax bite. The next option is a double bonus or a gross-up bonus, and it's going to solve the tax problem. The business pays a bonus large enough that after the employee pays income tax on the bonus, the net amount equals a policy premium. So in the same $20,000 premium, now the company is going to give a bonus of maybe $28,000 to $35,000 depending on the employee's tax bracket. The employee is going to net out the bonus amount of $20,000. Now the employee is whole. The business deducts the full bonus though. The employee has zero out of pocket. This is the design that makes the plan feel like a real benefit instead of a tax bill with the policy attached. The third design is called a REBA, Restricted Endorsement Bonus Agreement. It adds a vesting language to the policy. The employee owns the policy, but until vesting requirements are met, the employee can't surrender, borrow against, or change ownership without the employer's written consent. This turns the policy into golden handcuffs. The employee accumulates value, but they can't tap into it until they've met a defined service period, sometimes 5 years, 10 years, sometimes longer. Each one's unique. For business owners who want a real retention mechanism, a REBA is usually the structure that actually does what executive bonus plans are advertised to do. Without it, the employee can borrow against the policy day one and leave, taking the money that's been paid in without any benefit for you. The fourth design is a split dollar. Split dollar arrangements are more complex variations where the business and the employee share aspects of the policy. whether it's premiums, death benefits, or cash value access under formal agreements. A loan regime split dollar treats premium payments as loans from the business to the employee. The employee pays imputed interest. At certain trigger points, the loans are repaid or forgiven. An economic benefit split dollar treats a premium as a benefit to the employee, valued under IRS tables. These designs work for higher compensation situations and add complexity. They're worth knowing about because they exist. Most key employee plans don't need them, but some do. What about the taxes? So, the business pays a premium as a bonus. The business deducts a bonus as compensation expense, like any other employee bonus. The employee receives the bonus and pays income tax on it. The bonus is W-2 wages taxed at ordinary income rates. The policy itself is owned by the employee. Cash value grows tax deferred inside the policy. Death benefits going to pay out generally income tax free to beneficiaries. Policy loans can be taken out tax free during the employee's life, subject to keeping the policy in force. The tax benefits are real, but they're not magic. The bonus is taxable when paid. The cash value treatment and tax-free loans are standard permanent life insurance features. What the plan does is take a permanent life insurance policy, which would have been an after-tax to the employee, and funds it through pre-tax dollars at the business level. That arbitrage is most of the value. So what about the vesting and golden handcuffs that we talked about earlier? Without them, the executive bonus plan is just a higher paid compensation package with insurance attached. Vesting through the REBA structure or through documented vesting schedules and separate from the policy converts the benefit into retention. Some common vesting structures. You have a cliff vest at 5 years, graded vesting 5 to 10 years, or rolling vesting that resets on certain milestones. The stronger the vesting, the stronger the retention. The weaker the vesting, the more it functions as compensation rather than retention. Decide which one you're buying before you design the plan. Who's this a fit for? Section 162 plans fit closely held businesses with 2 to sometimes 10 key employees the owner wants to retain, where equity isn't on the table. They work best for businesses with steady cash flow that can fund the premium consistently for the long term. They don't work for businesses that can't predict next year's profit. They don't work for businesses where the key employee is already an owner. That's a different conversation. Executive deferred compensation or split dollar instead. They don't work as a substitute for fair base salary. They work as a supplement on top of fair pay. So, executive bonus plans aren't exotic. They're tax code section 162, the same section that allows deduction for ordinary and necessary business expenses. They've been around for decades. Most small business owners have never been pitched them because they don't move policy commissions the way bigger products do, but they work. And for the right business, they retain key employees without diluting equity. I built a free executive bonus plan briefing that walks through the 4 designs, tax math, and the vesting structures. DM me the word exec bonus on Instagram and I'll send it over.